Standard 7. I am going to continue Chapter 2, Classification of the Living World. Dear student, in previous video I gave introduction. What is classification? What do you mean by classification and what are advantages of classification? Dear student, in this video I am going to explain you about a new topic, plan of classification. Before I proceed to the topic, plan of classification, I like to explain you about category of classification. Dear student, kingdom is the broadest unit of classification. All the organisms present on the earth come under a single heading known as kingdom. So let us see category of classification. Category of classification. The broadest unit of classification is the kingdom and the smallest unit is the species. So let us start with the species. What do you mean by the term species? Species means a particular type of organism which can interbreed among themselves and produce a fertile young one is known as species. So all those organisms which are able to produce their young one, they all are known as species. A particular type of living organism which are able to produce their young ones to continue their race is known as species. Whereas a group of species with certain common characteristic is known as genus. So the next is genus. You can understand genus in this way. Dear student, you may have seen two type of the crow you may have seen in the school. One is totally black, which is known as jungle crow, whereas one crow which is not totally black, means in some part of the body slight less black and the rest part is more black. So two type of the crow. Both are crow only, but both are of the different species. Some characters are common and they constitute known as genus or known as genera. The next is, after the genus, family, known as family. A group of genera with certain common characteristic form family, and after the family there is order, class, phylum, and at the last come kingdom. After the family comes order, next is the class, after the class phylum, and the last is the kingdom. Dear student, so the category of the classification, what you see, the smallest unit of the classification is the species and the broadest unit is known as kingdom. Whereas this phylum, the term phylum is being used for animal, whereas for the plant it is being used division. So now you came to know about the category of classification. The smallest unit of the classification is species and the broadest unit is the kingdom. Let us see the plan of classification. Dear student, Initially, only two types of the kingdom were known: kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. But after the study, scientists came to know that certain organism which consist to miss both type of the character of plant also and the animal also. So let us see, according to the cellular structure of the organism, plan of classification. So let us see first, on the basis of structure, organisms are of two types, and these two types of the organisms are: first is prokaryotic. Prokaryotic. What do you mean by the prokaryotic? Those unicellular organisms in which nucleus is absent, or you can say nuclear material is not bounded by the nuclear membrane, and nuclear material is suspended in the cytoplasm. Also, many organelles are missing. So this type of the cellular structure organism are known as prokaryotic. Once again, who are prokaryotic? Prokaryotic organism in which nucleus is absent, or you can say nuclear material is not bounded by nuclear membrane. Also, many cell organelles are absent or missing. So prokaryotic means the organism with unorganized nucleus, and these organisms are unicellular. These are unicellular, and this type of the organism come under the kingdom known as Monera. So first kingdom is the Monera. Let us see. Next is the eukaryotic. What do you mean by eukaryotic? Those living organisms in which nucleus is well developed. And all the cell organelles are found in the cell or in the cytoplasm. So this eukaryotic means well organized nucleus. And eukaryotic are also of the two types. These are of the two types: unicellular and multicellular. Now see, eukaryotic, unicellular and multicellular. Means unicellular organism with well developed nucleus and multicellular organism with well developed. So unicellular organism with well developed nucleus, the second kingdom known as Protista. And this multicellular organism are being divided into the three main kingdom. So third kingdom is fungi. Fourth is Plantae. And the last fifth is Animalia. So dear student, these are the high main kingdom. First, Monera, which used to consist prokaryotic organism. Prokaryotic organism is organism without nucleus, and also they are unicellular. For an example you can take bacteria. Another example is blue-green algae, which is also known as cyanobacteria. Next is Protista, which used to consist of the unicellular organism. For example, Chlamydomonas, Paramecium. These all are the unicellular organisms. Also Euglena. These organisms are unicellular but eukaryotic. Eukaryotic means well developed nucleus. Whereas in the multicellular form of the organism, you see the next kingdom is fungi. For this plantae, and the fifth is animalia. So dear student, now you came to know about the five main kingdom. First, Monera, which are prokaryotic organism with unorganized nucleus, example bacteria and cyanobacteria. Whereas the second is the protista, which used to consist of the unicellular organism but well developed nucleus. Third is the fungi, multicellular. These are the heterotrophic type of the organism. Okay, means they are not autotrophic. They are not green. Whereas the fourth is plantae and fifth is animalia. So dear student, now you came to know about the five main kingdom of organism or of the classification. Five main kingdom. Now I am going to explain you about the plantae and animalia. Plantae further divided into the five main division, whereas animalia is being divided into the nine phylum. So let us proceed to the plantae. Multicellular, eukaryotic, and autotrophs. Who are known as autotrophs? Those organisms which are able to make their own food, and these living organisms are plants. So let us see kingdom plantae is further divided into five divisions. These five divisions first come Thallophyta. Second is the Bryophyta. Third is the Pteridophyta. Fourth, Angiosperm. And fifth is Gymnosperm. So dear student, now I am going to explain you kingdom plantae and its division. So kingdom plantae is divided into the five main division. So first you see Thallophyta. Thallophyta are those eukaryotic autotrophic organisms which are undifferentiated into the stem, leaves and the roots. Means in this type of the Thallophyta, means in Thallophyta autotrophic, leaves, stem and root are undifferentiated, and the example is algae. Dear student, if you carefully pay attention to the algae are long thread-like structure, and in which you can't differentiate which part is leaf, which part is stem and which part is root. So this type of the autotrophic organism come under the division known as Thallophyta. Next, come the Bryophyta. Bryophyta, autotrophic organism in which while you magnify that organism or the particular living autotrophic, you can see a fine leaflet type of structure are being seen, and the example is the mosses. Example is the mosses. These are also known as a green carpet. You can see this type of the autotrophic organisms are being found in the damp places, damp and the moisture places. Mosses. The next is the Pteridophyta. Next is the Pteridophyta, the autotrophic eukaryotic multicellular plant with a well-developed root, well-developed stem and well-developed leaf known as fern. Known as, example is the fern. So dear student, now you came to know according to the differentiation of stem, root and leaf. These are of the three types. These plants are of the three types. First, Thallophyta, which used to consist of example of the plant algae. Next is the Bryophyta, mosses and Pteridophyta forms. Fourth is angiosperm. Who are the angiosperm? Angiosperms are those plants which consist of flower or known as flowering plant. Known as flowering plant, and further angiosperm is divided into two main parts known as monocotyledon and dicotyledon. Means angiosperm is divided into other two parts known as monocotyledon and dicotyledon. Monocotyledon means the plant which used to consist single cotyledon. For example, rice, wheat, maize are monocotyledon. Whereas dicotyledon, which is the seed used to consist, the particular plant seed used to consist two cotyledon. For example, pea, bean. You may have seen two type of or two cotyledons. Example you see here, monocotyledon. See here the example are rice, wheat and many more is there. Whereas the second is dicotyledon. It is here pea, beans and many more examples are there which used to consist of the two cotyledon. The seed used to consist two cotyledon. Next comes the gymnosperm. Gymnosperms are known as a non-flowering plant. Non-flowering plant means these plants do not consist flower or have no flower, but in place of flower, there is a presence of male and female cones. Male and female cones. In place of flower, they have cones. They have cones means no flower is there. Okay? And such type of the plant is known as gymnosperm. For example, this example is a cycas. Cycas, pine, conifers. These are the example of the gymnosperm. Cycas, pine and the conifers, and these plants do not consist or they have no flower. In place of the flower, they have cones which act as a male and female. So dear student, this was about the kingdom Plantae. Now we are going to discuss about kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia is being divided into the 9 phyla. Now I am going to discuss it. are eukaryotic, multicellular, and heterotrophic. These are heterotrophic. Kingdom Animalia, the organisms are unable to make their own food. So let us see which are the phylum included in phylum Kingdom Animalia. So first phylum, altogether 9 phylum is there. In the Kingdom Animalia, 9 phylum. So first come Porifera. Porifera, which used to consist of the organism which have lot of the pores in the body. Second is the Cnidaria, which is also known as the Coelenterata. Third is Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Fourth, Nematoda. Fifth is Annelida. Annelida. Sixth is Arthropoda. Seventh is Mollusca. Eighth is Echinodermata. Echinodermata. And the ninth is the chordates, or known as a chordata. So dear student, Kingdom Animalia is divided into the 9 main phylum: Porifera, Cnidaria, Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropods or Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, and chordates or chordata. While the chordates are being divided into the 2 main types according to the backbone: vertebrate and invertebrate. So dear student, now I explain you plan of classification. Please you read the book and try to understand plan of classification. Thank you dear students.